I mean, just buried it. Took me for an absolute ride. Oh my God, what a fish. Just bright silver, pissed off.
As Henry David Thoreau said, many men go fishing all of their lives without knowing that is not the fish they are after.
Look at the size of that thing!
I'm Denis Isbister. For me, fishing has been a part of my whole life. From the time I could walk, I've been chasing fish and whatever adventure seemed to follow it.
I'm Drew Murin, and since I was a little kid, my dad and I have fished all over the western United States together. And all I've wanted to do ever since was travel the world, have a little fun, and fish with my good friend Dennis.
You see that, baby?
So follow along with us as we travel the remote regions of the globe
In search of wild fish,
and wild places.
So starting a big trip like Jurassic Lake, coming to Argentina, there's so many different facets of this travel.
So yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of anxiety in there, but again, because of Dennis, because of the checklist, because of the gear list that not only he helped me provide, but then we turned around and provided to the clients, I felt pretty comfortable about it. And then once the trip started, I mean, it was just sheer excitement.
The beautiful thing about traveling 6,200 miles is it looks just like home. Looks like the place we left 2 days ago. It's pretty awesome here. There's a familiar feel to this whole area down here that it feels the same. The water kind of has the same taste to it. It's crazy. The Jurassic Lake looks like pyramid.
I was very intimidated. I've seen the pictures of the wind, these huge trout, like something that I've never even had the opportunity to try to catch on my fly rod before. So trout so big that you can't fit your hand around their tail. So it's pretty intimidating. I was a little bit worried going into it that I just didn't have what it took to like be able to catch these monsters.
We go right to a place called Ocho. I know there's big fish, and I know Jessica is gonna be in for a wild ride.
Martin takes us to this spot and he tells me right here. So there's a little channel. It's very narrow, like what, maybe 5-6 feet across. And there's a weed bed on one side, there's another weed bed on the other, and a little channel of faster water in between. And he tells me just like, flip it in there. The wind was definitely blowing. You can see in the pictures my hair is like sticking straight up off my head.
Coming down here, I knew Jessica was nervous, excited, not sure what to expect with the weather and the casting and all that stuff. And I know it's gonna be fine. She's a lot better than she gives herself credit for. A lot more talented than she gives herself credit for.
The wind was definitely blowing. You can see in the pictures my hair is like sticking straight up off my head. And I just like gave my fly like a little toss in there, threw it some line, and within 5 seconds, my indicator went under, set the hook, biggest trout of my life, first cast.
So we go right to Ocho. Martin hooks us up in a spot, and Jessica immediately, biggest fish of her life. 8-pound rainbow. Doesn't get any better than that. Yeah! Jessica's on, stripping. Yes. So awesome. Bam! Double! Yeah! Yes, let's hold them up. Now, this is a lot of fun. Been here with no wind, catching rainbows like this. Wow, man. And listen, I don't want to be getting no emails from all you purists back there that I'm mishandling this rainbow, okay? We're eating these tonight. We just have a lot of fun because there's these other big lagoons around that are full of giant rainbows. And right away, we go to this other place that's out of the wind. It's a lot more comfortable, and Jessica and I have a double hookup of monster rainbows that we end up eating for dinner that night.
This one particular bay that we're fishing, the fish there are a lot more pink in color, and they're the most delicious. So every time they catch fish there, they save them. So we're excited to try them.
Jessica catches this fish. It's, you know, halfway into the first day, and it's just got this big jaw, and it's bright pink down the side, matches her hat. It's a monster fish, just holding it up. Hair's blowing in the wind, smiling, going. Hey, Martine, where are we going today?
Monster Bay.
Woo! My favorite. I've got some history at Monster Bay. I've been here a few times, and Monster Bay has produced big fish for me every time. We're fishing a very classic spot today at Jurassic Lake called Monster Bay. And years ago, we fished here. The water level was different. It was one of my favorite spots in the lake. We caught big fish, lots of them. And the last time I was here, I caught an 18-pounder out of my sea right over there on a big streamer. So I'm pretty excited to be here. Pretty excited to show Jessica and Brian the spot.
He's the first one to hook up, and you can see from the way that his rod is bent that he's got a hog on. So I reel up my stuff just as quick as I can, get it set down, and everybody across the line is getting their stuff put back, set down so they can go over and really enjoy the experience with Dennis, captured on their phones. And so yeah, I think that Dennis was excited about it, but in all honesty, I saw 4 or 5 people, including his wife Jessica, that was as excited, if not more.
Oh! Monster Bay, Pyramid Lake. Those two places always are exactly the same for me because there's a sandy ledge and it just drops off to deep. And I tell you what, if I had a ladder at Jurassic like I get to use at Pyramid Lake, it would change the game. Get you out of the water, you can see better, cast farther. In fact, next time I go, I might be building a homemade ladder. I don't know if I have that on my insurance plan or not. Man, 2 giants. Oh my God, this is so awesome. I love this place. Oh!
Well, generally when Dennis and I fish together, he doesn't really like to feed me. So I'm used to being pretty hungry when we do these things. And so me thinking shore lunch, I'm thinking like a piece of bread.
That was Ronde. Beautiful.
Where were you guys at?
Digital scale, just around the corner.
15.
Excellent.
Boom.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's a big fish.
You waiting for yours?
My 15,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we all caught 4 or 5 this morning.
Right out here? Are you kidding me? Have this kind of stuff? First class. Super.
Oh.
Maybe like slap some peanut butter on it and call it a day. And we go to this little we go to this little building and they cook us up like a 5-star meal.
One of the things that's not the same from Pyramid to Jurassic Lake is the food and the experience. When you're down at Estancia Laguna Verde, you've got shore lunches every day prepared by a chef, Martin, making the craziest things you've ever had with cheese and meat dishes and wines, and then the food at night is all 5-star, 100%. At Pyramid, you're lucky to get a sandwich.
The presentation is incredible. Fantastic. I'll say Grace for us. Grace.
Jess is doing great. She's freezing cold. Her hands are bright red, and she hasn't stopped fishing yet. She's on it, on it, and on it. She deserves a big fish next, that's for sure.
When fish fight, it's the best way to catch fish, right? It's not as fun when they're just like little slugs like coming up in the water. It is the best when they are flipping around out there and giving you a little bit of a run for your money, and that's exactly what they did. They swim at you, you lose all tension in the line, and they're jumping, you're trying to hold on for dear life. It just adds to the fun for sure.
It was super fun. He was like flipping out of the water, which is always like a great time. And got it in, 22 inches.
They're talking to me, indicator goes down. We found that it's all about finding a pattern. This afternoon, the pattern is not paying attention.
I would highly recommend this to anyone who has an adventurous spirit, enjoys good food, enjoys good camaraderie, to come and experience Estancia Laguna Verde and Jurassic Lake.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Oh, I've never kissed a trout. But this guy. Oh. Woo! Yeah! Oh!
Got it. New spot. Cool thing about fishing here, you get to go to a new spot every day. Some place I haven't fished yet. But we're on the other side of the lake, and we got the Seagull boats, so we're gonna get the boats pumped up. Rumors of a 30-pound trout hanging out around here. He said there's weed beds all through this bay, so we're gonna get in the boats, put on a sink tip, and we're just gonna explore, see if we can find big fish today.
Pretty fortunate to be able to be over here, and now we get to go out and experience the lake in a way that not a lot of people get to. So I'm pretty excited to get out there and catch some fish.
One of the goals coming down here with the new Seagull packfish boats is to really explore this water on the other side of the lake. You know, they fish it a little bit, mostly from the bank and stuff. So the last time we were here, we really wanted to get out on these boats. We've got a day that is conducive to being out on the water in these. In Argentina, you know, you don't get a lot of those days. So today's the day. Got a big, beautiful bay. Gonna get the packfishes out. See if we can find some fish. I would like to take that Sea Eagle and try it at Pyramid Lake with the exact same setup, big black streamers right on the bottom, and see if we can rip fish.
The fight was unbelievable. I mean, that was probably the thing that I enjoyed most about it when I hooked up on my first fish was the battle. I mean, it was never ending.
Oh! Look at that.
Oh, cow.
He's a humpback.
15.
15.
Yeah, right.
Boom!
You're in the books. If you don't know Abe Blair, you should check him out. But Abe Blair is one of the most talented photographers I have ever met, and one of the most humble, amazing people on the planet. And Abe gets to go on these trips with us, and we get to have him along. And part of the perks is you get to fish a little bit too.
Seems to be the trick to Jurassic Lake is to just not pay attention. The more sit back and enjoy the beauty of the world out here, you can catch trophy trout.
The end of the day, we're over at the other lodge, and he breaks out the fly rod and the sinking tip, and he's bombing some casts out there, and I'm out in the Seagull, and I just hear him scream. And he's hooked up, and I know immediately it's a fish of a lifetime when I see it.
Yeah! Awesome! Oh my God! Woo! That is a prime Jurassic Lake rainbow trout. Oh, thank you, buddy. Oh, I've never kissed a trout, but this guy. Oh. Woo! Yeah! Oh!
We get over there, and he brings this fish out of the water, and he is in disbelief. He just caught the fish of a lifetime. It's the biggest fish he's ever landed. 18-pound rainbow. I mean, it's that deep. It jumped, it stripped, and you can see the emotion come over him. And he's so happy, and he's just so triumphant, and he's just the fish of a lifetime. For Abe Blair, the photographer, I mean, it made me so happy. Like, I joke about me, wanting the big fish, but I seriously almost got teared up seeing him with the big fish. That was awesome.
Yes!
Oh, baby. All right, baby. Thank you. We'll see you later. Get out of here. Get on out of here. Bam!
Oh, I got
Woo!
Good.
We kept talking about the similarities and how the Pyramid Lake fishery is so similar to the Jurassic Lake in Argentina. They have inflow but no outflow. It's a very caustic lake. There's a little bit of alkalinity. Very barren, desolate place, just like Pyramid Lake. It looks the same, it feels the same. So we thought it would be a really cool tie-in to get Brian from Got Fishing, who joined us at the Jurassic Lodge, to come here to Pyramid, and we'll do a show fishing off the bank at Pyramid for these giant cutthroat trout. Here we are, it's bright and early. We got a perfect day for it. You see it's spitting rain, snowing a little bit.
Windy, of course.
Of course it's windy. And we're gonna go stand on ladders today, try to catch fish. One of the things about fishing Pyramid that everybody knows about and everybody talks about is ladder fishing. And that's exactly why you use a ladder here. It started with milk crates back in the day. Guys would take milk crates just to get you a little elevation out of the cold water so you can cast. It gets you out a little closer to the ledge that you're supposed to be fishing. And then it progressed to construction ladders and step ladders. And now we've got custom built aluminum chairs with seats on them and a casting platform, which is what I like. I got my buddy Mike Anderson here. He's got the day off, so I made him come fish with us. So tell everybody what you do.
So I guide for the Reno Fly Shop, both on the Truckee River and out here at Pyramid Lake. So Yeah.
He landed a 20 plus the other day. No big deal.
No big deal. Happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
Oh, happens all the time.
We thought it would be really cool to bring Brian back to the show and show him Pyramid Lake now that he's got some really good experience down at Jurassic Lake. Nice work, buddy.
Great job, man.
We both got indicators and we both have black balance leeches, and immediately he's hooked up with a nice fish.
Good save, good save.
Right off the bat, thank you.
Great job.
On the black. Woo!
Back at it, Pyramid Lake, here we go.
Mike and Brian both come to help me. I stay on my ladder because I know this is a big fish and it's taken me into my backing a couple times. And this fish just doesn't quit. Dude, he's almost to my backing, son. We got a toad here. Got a toad. We were freezing, we were getting pounded by the weather, and what a reward.
Good.
Oh, baby. All right, here we go.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Kidding me? You know, these fish are so much like fishing in Argentina, but the fight is almost 100% different. When you got these fish on here, they're big bulldogs. You know, they take line. I mean, this thing had me into my backing twice, but it's a fairly slow rip compared to the Jurassic Lake rainbows. You know, cutthroat versus a rainbow all day are just different, but the rainbows jump and fight and go crazy and take line, but they come in faster than this. Like, I don't think I had a rainbow in Argentina that I fought this long ever.
There we go.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah, baby.
Dude, that's a toad! Son! Yes! Bam! What a fish, huh?
That's a beast.
Mike, nice net job, buddy.
Good patience.
Look at that, huh? Woo! Look at that toad, huh? What a fish. You want to go on a trip with us? Give us a call. There's always room for extra people. Come to Alaska with us. Come to Jurassic with us. Come out to Pyramid Lake. Come fish with us. We welcome anybody. Check us out, wildfishwildplaces.com, gotfishing.com.